それだけか。
いえ、もっと謝ります。すみません、すみません、すみません。ほら、夢をちゃんとして。はい。
謝る。決闘の最中、お前の様子は見させてもらった。
すいません、すいません、すいません。ごめんなさい、すいません。
もうすべて分かってる。本当にすまなかった。
何かちょっとユミは黙ってて。
こんなやつに謝るなんてもう。
俺は以前。
Ah, man. All right, my friends. Today we're talking about the dark history of a reincarnated villainess, episode 5, and this episode did not work for me. This was the first episode that I did smile, but I didn't laugh. And the thing that props the show up is that it's funny. Last week I talked about is the shtick of like, and when I say shtick, I mean like the thing that the show does in repetition, which is thing happens, we cut back to her middle school, high school time when she was writing the story, the time period where she was at, and we hop back into the situation. Is that going to get old? And I think the answer is yes, it is. But what's also getting old is her over-exaggerated reactions to everything. This whole episode was tiring because she over-exaggerated and overreacted to everything that happened. And I think originally, you know, when I was thinking about, or when I thought about, you know, what kind of made the show endearing was that she was the villainess trying to be the reformed villainess, and the whole thing was avoid death from the hands of the killer, which is Soul. And her slowly falling in love and vice versa, Soul with her. So basically falling in love with your killer in another world. I thought that was endearing and fun. But now they're kind of making her into, like, Konoha is her sister and she's the main heroine, and the harem, reverse harem, revolves around her sister. But now they've kind of flipped the script because of, oh, she's changed the way that things are going to work in this world now. So now the center of attention and the attention is on her. So now this Ginford guy and Soul and Yomi and potentially another character or two are all going to be fascinated with her. So now that becomes like a reverse harem for her. But where does that leave her sister? Her sister is supposed to be engaged to this Ginford guy or whatever. I just don't like. It does too much, right? Too many coinciding storylines. Now she has to manage a harem in another world kind of thing. And because now it's splitting her time between Ginford and Soul and Yomi, and then trying to manage those three during the same time, it could work. But in the context of the show, with her just being the villainess and being reformed, the reforming happened too quickly. We're only on episode 5, and all the male's attention is on her all of a sudden. It's not working for me. And what sucks is this is the second anime that I'm reviewing today in a row where I'm just like, man, the show on paper should work. The first episode or two really worked. Like, they were really funny. But then it reused the same thing over and over. And it can be done, but now that it's trying to split my viewership between her trying to get along with her sister in Konoha, then her managing not dying by the hands of Soul and freaking out about that, then her trying to have this Yomi guy who wants to kill everybody because he's in love with her, but she turned him into she turned him into her puppy, which I did find that funny. I found it funny in like, I was smiling. I found it funny in context. I didn't actually laugh. I didn't find it comedic hee or haha. I found it comedic as like, oh yeah, that's funny. I can acknowledge that that's funny, and some people maybe did hee and haha at it. But she's managing now this Yomi guy who is just a ticking time bomb. And then now this Ginford guy who's her sister's fiance appropriately. Maybe he's always had a thing for her, and it was actually really disappointing that she started acting the way that she did. And all those, now that she's turned a new leaf, all those feelings have come back. Again, as I speak it, and on paper, it sounds like it should work. It's just not coming together for me. And once I lose the thing that drew me into the show, which is he's and ha-has, the actual funny moments that I legitimately laugh. Once I'm no longer laughing, it becomes meh. And I'll be real, you know, if you made it to this part of the video, I'll know which ones did and didn't based on their comments. I'm watching you. I'm not trying to be negative about the show. You know, again, I'm just talking about this episode. But like, and this happens every single season with probably 70% of the anime that I watch. Probably only about 30 or 40% of the anime are like good. But what sucks is every season we have shows like this that the potential, like the writer was really onto something, right? Villainess comes, she's gonna die. She gets isekai'd in the moment where she's like getting in trouble, going to go to prison. She doesn't get isekai'd, you know, she doesn't get isekai'd at a young age and is able to reform herself. No, she gets isekai'd as she's in the shit, as she's in the thick of it. Like, that's a cool concept. And then the dude who's gonna kill her gets assigned as her butler. That's a cool concept. And then she low-key falls in love with the dude who's gonna kill her. And because she's not this person that he was gonna kill, and he's not the person that is the killer, they're their own people in this other world, right? Like, that's a cool concept. But then when it introduces, oh, this other random character, other random plot line, it skews it. And then suddenly it's like, oh, well, she's a villainess and she has to get reformed. And then episode 5, she's reformed already. She's a total new leaf. How did that happen so fucking quick? It's like, it has high potential, but for whatever reason, the writer just fumbled the bag. I don't know. Maybe I'm being too negative today. Maybe I'm just having, maybe it's my time of the month. I don't know. I'm just having one of them days. I don't know, guys. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, though. And, I mean, we're 5 episodes in. You know, I'll probably end up sticking with it for the whole season. But if I get to episode 6 and I get to episode 7 and I'm not laughing anymore, like the comedy's not hitting for me, that's a problem. And I think I probably would drop the show. But I'll just assume that I did laugh last episode, so I'll just assume episode 5 was an anomaly, and episode 6 is going to bring me back to the he-he's and the ha-has. Hopefully, I'll just stay positive. All right. See you then.